Ma'am, honestly, you've done so much that it's now our time to respond. Obviously, it's a religion at Maruti, and I think our peer group within industry to pass on 100%. There is absolutely no doubt that a single paisa should be retained by the manufacturer. It's a gift from the government to the consumer of India. It's the consumer's day, should be passed on. Thanks. Of course, now it is for industry to respond. And in fact, we are now worried about investments. We might have to accelerate our capex cycle because the demand surge that might come, we want to be on the right side of the consumer and start producing.
Are you feeling a demand surge?
Yeah, in fact, we know the pulse of the customer. So we certainly will have a demand surge. The projection that we have given out is, for example, small cars had some structural issues. They were declining at about 6% per annum. From a -6, we think a swing to +10% growth. That is our initial projection. We may be surprised positively. We don't know. But certainly we are accelerating our new plants and investments in anticipation of more demand. And,
okay. Ma'am, now there are two things. One, of course, the fact that you'd want the companies like Maruti, the Mahindras, etc., to spend more on building capacities here. Then the fear that part of this production was meant for exports. And it comes back to that point that till the time the uncertainty around tariffs settles, they're sinking in this infrastructure spend without knowing fully whether they'll be able to export in a competitive fashion or not. So there is that, I mean, there's nothing you can do about it, but there is that factor which also plays its out simultaneously.
That may be so, but I quite appreciate Maruti's commitment to transfer or pass on the tax reduction to their consumer. And that is the spirit which I think the people of India are also expecting, because eventually you asked Maruti the question that do you see a surge? I'll give you one input from my side. Much before, once the GST, union government's proposal, rate reduction were all now coming out in trickles, much before the GST Council met, so many industries called up to say, hey, would you please take this call sooner? Because those people who come to us are no longer ready to place an order. They're saying likely there is a reduction, so we shall wait. So you're also getting a situation from the other side saying surge, but before that they held back. So obviously a surge.